YouTube family, so glad to have you up in here. Truly am. My name is Eddie Roberts, and yes, I am your success coach. And every day when we come on and we do this live, there are two goals that we have. Real simple goals. The first goal is to create a sense of connectedness and community where we love on each other, we support each other. This is absolutely a safe space. The second goal that we have is every day we have a conversation, we have a discussion that is designed to be with intentionality, to be impactful and empowering at a meaningful level in your life so that you can become the absolute best version of yourself. So today is not unlike any other day. We are going to be empowering and impacting. I see you, Janae. Listen, and as we come up in here, listen, let's love on our moderators. We appreciate them for being in here and doing what they do. If you would just kind of Fine Wine and Janae is over here on YouTube. Thank you so much for everything that you do over here. Fine Wine, if you could just wave for a moment, and I guess Mimi will be in here at some point in time. Listen, y'all wave at Fine Wine. Let her know that we appreciate everything that she does and that Janae does to keep us safe up in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see Licia. I saw a couple of other people come up in this thing. Yes, much love to the moderators. Much love to our moderators. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. Hey, Fabulous. I see. I thought I saw you slide up in here. Welcome in. Listen, if y'all are ready to kick today off, put ready in the chat. If you are ready to kick today off, put ready in the chat. Put ready in the chat because I am excited about today. I'm excited about all of the great things that are going on. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Fabulous. I see you. Oh, there's Monique. Good to see you, Monique. What's going on, superstar? Good to see you up in here. Welcome in, everybody. I'm excited about today because we are in day 2 of a wonderful talk that we started on yesterday. And this talk is centered around something that's very, very heavy. And you know, as I always do, I try to do a brief recap so that we are all on the same wonderful page. And I'm gonna just go ahead and get right in because y'all already said ready. And let's bring it up. And so for those of you who were not here on yesterday, we started this conversation off on removing the mask. Removing the mask. The mask is a heavy one. The mask that we wear, it drains. The mask that we wear to protect ourselves. The mask that we wear every single day that covers the who we present ourselves as. It is so the title is Removing the Mask, the Cost of Performing Strength Instead of Living It. Because many of us we perform. Hey, Sunshine, I see you up in here. Welcome in. So glad to have you. That performing that we do is very, very costly. And so instead of living your life, you wind up living your compromise and you wind up hiding behind this mask. And so I'm going to do a recap and then we'll pick up where we left off on yesterday. Hey, Leslie, good to see you. Good to see you on here. Glad to have you in. There's this quiet exhaustion that comes from appearing strong. There's this quiet exhaustion from appearing strong. Thank you, Fine Wine, for those finger hearts. Yes, that's right, Leslie. Many people are drained. They're depleted. They feel as if they're unseen. And all of this is going on while wearing this mask. Many people were praised for being the strong one. And many of you that are on this live right now are the strong one in your families. You're the strong one in your crew amongst your tribe. You're the one that everybody comes to. You're the one that everybody shares their woes with, their worries, their stresses, and all of that stuff. You're the strong one. And so many of you were praised for being that strong one without realizing that strength slowly becomes that strength that they're celebrating you for became a performance instead of a lived truth. I'm going to say that again. Many people were praised for being the strong one without realizing that strength slowly became a performance instead of a lived truth. You were performing for folks. You were performing to make them feel comfortable around you, with you. And so you did this, you put this mask on and you performed as if everything was okay, that everything was fine, that everything was peaches and cream, when in actuality, they weren't. They were not. And so today is about recognizing the cost of that performance. That's what we're talking about. The cost of that performance and rediscovering the freedom, power, and peace that come from authentic strength. Because there's a difference between authentic strength and performative strength. We're going to get to that. So real strength does not need applause, approval, or armor. It flows naturally when inner and outer selves are aligned. We live in a world and let me lay this foundationally for us and especially for any newbies that we have. Do we have any newbies up in here? Do we have any newbies up in here? If we have any newbies, let us know. If you are a newbie, let us know that you're a newbie up in here so that we can love on you. Really appreciate you for hanging out with us right here on our YouTube family and here on TikTok at the same time. We appreciate you for being up in here because y'all could hang out with anybody. Y'all could have chosen anybody's live, but because you guys are here, I want to show some love and appreciation, and so does the family want to love on you too. All right. The mask was never the problem. The belief behind the mask was. The mask of strength is not a flaw. It was a survival strategy. At the end of the day, it was a survival strategy that you learned at a time when vulnerability did not feel safe. So instead of letting the world know where you are, hey, Will, it's good to see you on. Instead of sharing your trepidations, your situations, your whatever with the world, sometimes that truth sharing did not feel safe. And so being vulnerable was not a good choice at that time. But what winds up happening, you do this so often that it becomes performative. And that performative strength is depleting. The subconscious mind adopted being strong as a protective identity to avoid pain, rejection, and disappointment. Over time, the subconscious stops distinguishing. Now, this is the tough part. Over time, the subconscious stops distinguishing between survival roles and true roles. Remember, the subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And so when you play these things, because you remember the subconscious mind loves what? It loves repetition. And because the subconscious mind loves repetition, it constantly acquiesces to that which is familiar with. And so if you are familiar with constantly telling yourself that you have to be the strong one, even when you feel drained, depleted, tired, worn out, that you've been sometimes even taken advantage of because of that kindness. And some people take that kindness as weakness, but instead of letting them know what it is that you're wrestling with, you wear the mask. And wearing that mask can be very heavy, very, very heavy, and very draining. Thank you, Rick Rob. Good to see you up in here. Yes, all is well. Hopefully everything is well with you too. Good to see you up in here. So over time, the subconscious stops distinguishing between the roles of survival and true identity. A child who learned to emotionally self-soothe becomes an adult who never asks for help. Anybody relate to that? The child who took care of themselves, the child who self-soothed, the child who learned to govern their nervous system wound up being the adult that never asked for help. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Fabulous. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. We got two sunshines. We got a sunshine. We have a sunshine over here on YouTube. We have a sunshine over here on TikTok. That's a wonderful thing. And so this is a vital piece because now you can see where this propensity shows up from, where this propensity that you have to constantly take care of yourself, to never ask for help, to always be the strong one. And so what happens is that strength winds up being performative. A person who's A person praised for handling everything becomes invisible in their own suffering. Invisible, invisible. Anybody ever felt invisible because nobody saw your pain? Anybody ever felt invisible because nobody else saw your pain? It was a struggling moment. It was a struggling season. But because everybody is accustomed to you being the strong one, because everybody sees you as being the one that always has it all together, that always has all of the answers. And to a great degree, we are responsible for that because we have been in a season of performative strength and not an authentic strength, because authentic strength comes with alignment. Man, I'm glad. Listen, yeah, we glad to have you up in here, Rick Rob. We really are. We glad to have you up in here. Performing strength is energetically expensive. And this is where a big part of our talk, we spent a good part of our talk on yesterday. Performative strength is energetically expensive. Because remember this, we live in an energetic universe. And because we live in an energetic universe, this energetic universe has a language, and that language is frequency. And so you may say, well, AD, well, where does that frequency come from? That frequency comes from what I like to call the protocols of alignment. That frequency comes from the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience in part. And so those four things create this resonance. That vibrational frequency is then projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field then receives it. And as it receives it, it reflects it back to you and I as what we experience as reality. Universal law of correspondence reminds us that as within, so without. As above, so below. As it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. And with that being the case, when you are experiencing reality, reality truly is just a reflection of that which is going on the inside. So everything that you're dealing with, so many times we try to change what's going on in the world by trying to use our hands to change, manipulate, and to dominate and control what's going on. When in actuality, it's important for us to address what's happening on the inside. And so as we address what's going on the inside, that puts us in a space where we can begin to shift and change the reality that we're experiencing. Does that make sense, everybody? Your inner world creates your outer reality. Hey, Mike. Hi, Mike. What you got? Run it. What's your question, Mike? And so performing strength requires constant monitoring of emotions, tone, reactions, and experiences. Constantly, constantly, constantly. I'm going to say that again. Performing strength. Acting as if you have it all together. Acting as if you've been strong, you got it all together. And performing strength requires constant monitoring of emotions, tone, reactions, and appearance. Your nervous system stays in low grade fight or flight while pretending everything is fine. So when you're having these rough moments and you're having these rough systems, these rough seasons, and because you're having these seasons and you never really articulate to the world or to those that really need to know what it is that you're wrestling with, it is absolutely draining. And so what happens is your nervous system stays in a low grade fight or flight. So what's happening in a fight or flight situation? In a fight or flight situation, you literally are throwing yourself into a cortisol blitz, releasing those neurochemicals into the bloodstream that do not support your well-being. That's what it does. So you wind up constantly monitoring your tone, monitoring your emotions, staying because how can you wear a mask? Because you have to make sure that the face that you're sharing, that the mask that you're sharing with the world is not reflective of what's going on in the inside. You wear a mask as if everything is okay because you're covering up what's happening internally. When you're upset, when you're frustrated, when you're in a relationship that is draining and depleting, and you're sharing you don't share what it is that you're going on, what's going on internally. You're not sharing your depression. You're not sharing the pain that you're experiencing. You're not sharing the disappointment. You're not sharing your expectations or your intentions. And as you don't share those things, you don't tell your truth, many things begin to happen to you. It's very energetically costly. Because when you don't share your truth, absolutely, it is, Leslie. Is this avoidance? It absolutely is avoidance. Wearing a mask is absolutely avoidance. Because anytime you do not want to face what it is that you have going on internally, or you don't want to share with the world what it is that you are dealing with, and you're avoiding making that confrontation, it is a costly thing, because anytime you don't share your truth, what happens to your throat chakra? Anybody want to share with me? Anybody want to share? Anybody? What happens to your throat chakra when you don't tell your truth? When you don't speak your truth? Anybody ever been in a situation? It closes. Anybody ever been in a situation where you held your tongue? You wanted to say something. You needed to say something, and you wanted to say, but what began to get tight because you didn't speak it? Because you didn't speak your truth, what began to get tight? Anybody ever felt that feeling of their throat getting tight right here? When you held your tongue and you didn't speak your truth? Anybody know what I'm talking about? If that's you, put me in the chat. I know it. Put me. Say that's me. That's me, coach. That lump in your throat. Exactly, Janae. That's it. I've lost a lot of hair due to me not speaking truth. Absolutely, that's reflective of that cortisol in your body. Those high levels of cortisol. Thank you, Songbird. I got strep throat when I didn't speak what spirit was telling me to speak. Wow, that's a tough place. So you understand. Thank you, Sunshine. The universe is telling me something. The universe is telling. So in this moment, there's a reason. So it's so on my spirit to share this conversation, to have this conversation today, because many of us are wrestling with this. Many of us, because we're trying to maintain the peace. That's not peace, that's avoidance. That's not peace, that's denial. You're denying yourself the release, the energetic release. So what happens when you're holding on to those negative, not so feel good emotions, and you do not release them in a positive way, even if you just get a little ugly and you share, how you're feeling, and you might have to curse somebody out, or you tell them what it is, that energy has to leave. And until you let that leave, it is going to find residence in your physical body. And so, from a vibrational standpoint, because we live in an energetic universe, from a vibrational standpoint, you're holding on to negatives, and those negatives are making a home inside of your physical body. They are part of your energetic field. And as they are part of your energetic field, they show up in all kinds of ways: stress, anxiety, low grade fight or flight situations. And so, with that being the case, you have adrenaline in your bloodstream. You have all of those not so great feel good hormones. And because you have those not so great feel good hormones ravaging your body, who's paying the cost for that? Who's paying the cost? You and I. We're paying the cost for not being open and honest, one, with ourselves about our emotional state, and with those that are around us. These are actually the symptoms of what's going on underneath. Your body will always send you signals. Your emotional guidance system is always sharing and giving you feedback. Your nervous system is always giving you feedback, letting you know what it is that you're wrestling with. But we don't listen. Your body is telling you. When you feel that lump in your throat, that means you need to speak your truth. When your gut is turning, you're holding on to something energetically that you need to release. And so all of these variables in the equation are so valuable. They're so valuable that you have to understand this and embrace this, because when you don't, you ultimately will wind up paying the cost. And that cost we don't want to pay because performing strength is energetically expensive. Energy leaks occur when the subconscious suppresses emotions instead of processing them. And sometimes, as you process those emotions, you have to release them after you have assessed them. After you've assessed them, you try to get an understanding of where it is that you are and you release them. And so, the law of conservation of energy applies internally as well. What is suppressed does not disappear, it transforms. That which we resist about ourselves persists within us. This is why people who look strong often feel tired without knowing why. Anybody in here tired sometimes and not know why? Just don't know why. If that's you, put me in the chat. Just don't know why. Just tired. Just wake up tired. That's because of being performative. Being performative. Strength that is performed cannot be sustained. Now, you can only do this for so long. Now, watch this. This is big. This is big. Watch this, Amy. And now, and this is for, and I'm very, very intentional about this right here, especially for those of us that are wrestling with not just emotional issues, not just stress and anxiety, but dealing with true physical ailments. Like you have real stuff going on. Like you go to the doctor. You have real things going on with your health. And so energetically, because this is an energetic universe, the language is frequency. So the language between your cells, the language between from muscle group to muscle group, the language between organ to organ, the environment that you cultivate is based upon the energy around you and within you. And so when you understand epigenetics, epigenetics says that when you change the environment, you change how the gene expresses itself. And so if you want, good to see you on, Jamil. If you want to understand, if you want to get into a place where you're starting to epigenetically heal yourself, you have to be mindful of the energy that you allow to stay within you. Because when you're holding on to things that are no longer serving you, when you're holding on to old stories, old arguments, old narratives, when you're holding on to those things, you're holding on to them energetically. And you're changing the landscape of your inner self hormonally, energetically, physically, literally, and it's showing up. So again, it is absolutely important that this strength, especially performative strength, recognize that performative strength, it cannot last. Here it is. Performative strength relies on willpower. So when you're performing that everything is okay, that all is peaches and cream with the world, whether you're trying to make somebody else feel good or you're trying to placate yourself, whether you're lying to yourself, that performance strength, it relies on willpower, not alignment. I'm going to say that again. If you take any notes today, make sure that you take this note. That performed strength, it relies on willpower. It's just like you exercising. Where are my people that exercise and work out? Because if you exercise and you work out on a regular basis, you know that there's a threshold that you reach where you say, you know what, I'm tired. Where you can only lift so much. And then your willpower is only going to push you only so far. And so this performative strength that you're holding, that performance can only be held up for so long. Me, I'm tired when I get there. See, there it is. And so understanding that performative strength relies on willpower and not alignment. And when you hear me talk about alignment, when I say alignment, alignment is key. See, willpower is finite. Willpower is connected to your ego. Willpower is connected to the id, so to speak. But alignment is regenerative because true alignment is connected to source. Why is connected? And see, I don't want to spend some time on this because I want you to see the connection. I want you to see the connection between your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is connected to spirit, connected to soul. Your conscious mind is connected to ego. Your ego is finite. Your willpower is finite. Your willpower and your ego are in cahoots. They are a connection together. They serve one another beautifully. That is a part of this process. That is how we experience this third dimensional experience. That's how we experience it. Now, here's the reason why. Because it is finite. The source of that energy is easily depleted. Now, when you are in alignment is regenerative. Now, why do I say alignment is regenerative? Because when you are in alignment with what? When you are, hey, Blue, good to see you on. When you are in alignment with your divine purpose for being on this planet, when you are living out the true reason why you're here, when you're not living your compromise, but you're living your dreams, you're living your life, you're living from a place of you doing exactly what you came here to do. That's alignment. Now, why is that so regenerative? It's regenerative because you are connected to source. The reason why you came here was to do the thing, whatever the thing is. Whether you came here to be a teacher, a healer, a coach, whether you came here as an artist to perform, to create beautiful music, to create whatever it is that you came here to create and to do. Whatever your impact is, when you right before you stepped on the planet, you signed a beautiful piece of paper that says, I, Janae, came here, I will go down to earth, and I'm gonna do this. Some of you had these wonderful agreements, these spiritual contracts, these soul contracts that say, I come here to do this thing. And as you come here to do this thing, everything that you wish to experience from an abundant standpoint that flows easily and effortlessly is connected to that thing. So when I back up and when I say, take these notes, willpower is finite while alignment is regenerative. Why is it regenerative? Because when you are in alignment, you are in alignment with source ultimately. Does that make sense, everybody? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. Excellent. Thank you. Anissa, that's exactly right. It is called coherence. And we're going to get to that too. Thank you. Thank you, Janae. Thank you. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Fabulous. Thank you, Monique. Oh, we're moving in the right direction. We're moving in the right direction. So again, the subconscious seeks efficiency and will eventually rebel against identities that require constant effort. It has to be easy. See, life can be easy. Can I say it again? Oh, yeah, absolutely, Amy. Willpower is finite. Willpower is finite. Willpower is connected to your conscious mind. It's connected to your ego. It's connected to that part of you that really don't run a whole lot. It represents 5% of what we experience as reality. The subconscious mind represents 95% of what you and I experience as reality. And because that is the case, that part of us that's regenerative, that's connected to soul, that's connected to the subconscious mind, that's connected to our passionate purpose, is all the way that passionate purpose was given. And that path that we chose, that soul contract that we chose, is connected to that thing which we align with. And so alignment is about being connected to that thing that you came here to do. That thing that you came here to do is a divine act. That divine act has you connected to source. So when you're in alignment with your passionate purpose, you're aligned with source. Therefore, it is regenerative, and it's going to feed you, and it's going to nourish you. And you're going to have the energy. You're going to have everything that you need. There's no vision without provision. Sometimes when the vision is out of alignment with your divine purpose and intent, sometimes the provision doesn't show up. And you wonder why why you wind up struggling, why abundance goes up and down, and why you deal with this depletion and feeling tired. That is because instead of being in alignment, you're in performance. Because when you're in alignment, thank you, Blue Diamond. Because when you're in alignment, thank you, Fine Wine, for those goats. When you're in alignment, when you are in alignment, you are connected to source. When you are out of alignment and you are performing as if everything is okay, then you're operating out of willpower. You're operating from willpower. The subconscious mind, it seeks efficiency, and it will eventually rebel against any identities that require constant effort. So that mask that you're wearing, it causes you to be tapped out. It causes you to be tapped out. You get tired easily because you're performing. Oh, you're more than welcome, Amy. There you go. All right, I like to hear that. I like to hear that, Lisa. Lisa says, I'm tapped in, tuned on, and tuned in. There it is. That's what I love. Here we go. Burnout is often the subconscious calling for authenticity. Write that down. Anytime your nervous system is telling you that you're tired and that you're worn out and you don't feel like getting up out of bed, you see people that live on purpose jump up out of bed. People that live on purpose jump out of bed. People that live in their divine sense and understanding of who they are and what it is that they want to experience in this world, what their impact is. People who are living on passion, they jump out of bed refreshed, revived, renewed. Why? Because their alignment is regenerative. That alignment is regenerative. That alignment is regenerative. That alignment is regenerative. And when you're out of alignment and you're performative, it is constantly draining. So burnout is often the subconscious calling for authenticity. Your subconscious mind is screaming it. Your subconscious says, I'm tired of sitting in this cubicle every single day. I'm tired of working this 9 to 5. This is not me. This is not what I want to do. I'm tired of this relationship that does not nourish me. I'm tired of my family that's draining the crap out of me. I'm tired of people having expectations for me that are beyond that which I see for myself. And so what happens? We wear the mask. We wear the mask. We wear the mask. We wear the mask. And because we wear that mask, we get drained. Come on, say that again. I am not mediocre. Because greatness rests in alignment. Greatness is easy. It's when you begin to move through life easily and effortlessly, even in the face of challenges. Even in the face of challenges, you can move through life easily and effortlessly. Burnout is often the subconscious mind calling for authenticity. Many of you, the stress that you're feeling, the tiredness that you're feeling is because you are performing strength on jobs that you don't want to be on. You're performing strength in relationships that you don't want to be in. And I'm not just talking about, romantic relationships. I'm talking about professional relationships, business relationships. I'm talking about anything that is connected to you that is not nurturing you, not feeding you, but depleting you. Because quite often those things are out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, you get burnt out. Emotional numbness is often a protective shutdown, not healing. Some of you get to a point where you just say, I'm done. Thank you, Monique. Some of us, you get to a point where you just say, I'm done. I'm done lying. I'm done wearing the mask. I'm done. So you emotionally check out. And emotionally checking out is a whole nother ball game. I'm emotionally drawn. I am emotionally checked out. Real strength comes from alignment, and that strength feels calm. It feels grounded. It's spacious, not tight, not tense. It's strong, but it's calm. It's peaceful. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise. The subconscious learns strength through repetition, as I talk about every single day. The subconscious mind loves the familiar. It loves the familiar. And so it's you're going to constantly experience the same thing over and over again. because of that cyclical pattern of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is a programming. That programming is going to run. Okay, Songbird, we got you. That's the very nature of it. The subconscious does not respond to affirmations that contradict that contradict lived experiences. That's why we talked about it yesterday, that sometimes when we begin to do affirmations, the first time we do affirmations, it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel, anybody ever felt unnatural, just felt uncomfortable looking in the mirror and saying, I am powerful, I am rich, I am, but all while going through these worst scenarios in the world. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody they were told that you need to speak positively to yourself, and they weren't wrong, but you didn't feel comfortable. It felt off because your subconscious mind knows the truth. And so how do you diffuse that? Here's the trick. We, instead of using affirmations, we use ask-formations. And so you ask yourself, I wonder why I attract abundance the way I do. I wonder why the relationships that I encounter are so nourishing and so beautiful. Because when you ask the question, the subconscious mind goes and it looks for the answer. It goes and looks for the proof of that which you asked for. And so when you give the question, you say, I wonder why. Wonder is a powerful tool. When to wonder. And so when you say ask-formations and you ask yourself, I wonder this and I wonder that, it has what we call in the hypnotherapy world a pattern interrupt. And so that pattern interrupt, it throws your mind off because you've been sitting up here in this space and you're constantly, doubting yourself and angry or dealing with this or dealing with that, dealing with lack, dealing with want, dealing with scarcity. And so as you continue to deal with all these things, there's this cyclical relationship that you have with that thought because it plays over and over and over again. Well, how do you do a pattern interrupt? To do a pattern interrupt, you ask the question. As you ask the question, the subconscious mind stops and pauses and looks for the answer. And so what does it look for? It's what Dr. George Zalicki used to call the thinker thinking, the prover proves. What does the prover prove? The prover proves what the thinker thinks. So if the thinker thinks that it's wealthy, you're going to go out and look for evidence that you're wealthy. And so that's just the way the mind works from an automatic perspective. So the subconscious mind, it does not respond to affirmations that contradict lived experiences. If strength has always meant handling everything alone, and this is a tough one. If strength always meant handling everything alone, the subconscious mind resists rest, softness, and support. So within your world, if you're the strong one, if you're always the one that has to have it together, if you're always accustomed to being the strong and independent person, whether you're a strong, independent woman or strong, independent man, either way it is, if that's who you show up as and that's how you present yourself, and if it's always meant, if that's what it means to you, if that strength means handling everything alone, the subconscious mind, it resists rest. That means I can't rest because I don't feel safe. Because it's the first part. It's I got it. You don't feel safe. Anybody in here don't feel safe unless you do it. Anybody just going to put me in the chat. And I got to raise my hand too. Because there are moments where we're designing things. I'm working on websites and all of that kind of stuff. And if I don't have my hand on it, then it ain't gonna get done right. Anybody? Come on now. There we go. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Fabulous. There it is. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. This is us. If I don't handle it, nobody else is gonna handle it. Come on, Rick. If I don't handle it, nobody else will. And see, this is the problem. You feel guilty for rest. You feel guilty for slowing down and taking a pause. You look at other people, watch this. You look at other people that take a pause as though they're lazy and don't want to do nothing. Come on now. Let's have a transparent moment. You can't tell me if you raise your hand and say me, If that's how you treat yourself, that's definitely how you look at other people. Anybody bold enough to say, yep, that's me? Anybody else? Right, what's wrong with them? Just sorry, yeah, right. Just sorry and lazy because they're not working themselves to the bone like you do. Okay. If strength was always meant as handling everything alone, the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind literally resists rest. And so, in an environment where you resist rest, how do you restore yourself? How do you heal your physical body? Okay, we'll take that, Rick. You got to get that rest. Good. Society rewards that self-abandonment. Yeah, that part right there. Thank you, Monique. True reprogramming happens when new experiences teaches the nervous system safety. Because remember now, you associate you're handling everything as safe. Watch this again now. This is a big one. You associate handling everything yourself as safety. And because you associate everything that, like, you grinding, you hustling, you making everything happen, you got your hand involved in it, and nobody can do it as good as you, because if you don't handle it, nobody else will. Your subconscious mind doesn't believe in rest. If that's the case, it don't believe in rest because it doesn't see that the body doesn't rest until it feels safe. So if you have programmed yourself to operate from this place, and many of us were, I was there. Many of us were. Many of us were programmed that way. And because we were programmed that way by our baby boomer parents, because we were programmed that way, we resist the rest. We see people that don't rest as lazy. We see folks that don't move and act like we do as a problem. When in actuality, it's our nervous system. It's our nervous system. It's our nervous system that needs to be calmed. It's our nervous system. It's our nervous system that needs to be regulated. It's our nervous system. And so that's what we're doing. So reprogramming happens when new experiences teach the nervous system safety, rest without guilt, saying I don't have it today is okay. Learning to say those things to not only yourself but to the world. Letting someone else lead without micromanaging. Let somebody else do it. Trust in the process. And so as you recalibrate your subconscious mind and you train yourself in that way, when you train yourself in that way, it puts you in a space. It puts you in a space where you are the better version of yourself. Here we go. We are good. That was way too scary. That was too scary, Amy. Why is that too scary? Talk to me. Because I want to help you beyond that. Talk to me, Amy. This is the nature of the beast. This is the nature of the beast, especially when we're on this path of healing and becoming. And we have challenging conversations like this. Oh, to let somebody else take the lead. Yes, I understand. It is challenging to let somebody else take the lead, to take the lead. But what does that say to your nervous system when you allow somebody to take the lead? It says that you can trust. And what happens when we trust? That's a note that denotes that we feel safe. The reason why you have this incessant need and desire to control everything is because you don't feel safe. Let that soak in for a moment. The reason why you have this incessant desire to control everything in your environment and everything in your space, and listen, I'm talking about myself, that everything has to be orderly. Everything has to be in its right place. Everything has to be structured because you don't feel safe. Right. And listen, Willis, I understand. Willis says, I felt that I had to control the outcome. Hey, Rosemary, good to see you coming on. And so trying to control the outcome is reflective of a simple reality that we don't feel safe. Rick Rob say, this is my new church. I sure appreciate you being in here. I appreciate you, Rick. I do. Janae says, I'm learning. We must learn to trust ourselves first. If we don't trust us, how can we trust anyone else? You have to trust. 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 Trust that everything is okay. Trust. Trust. Trust that you are in alignment. And see, part of the reason why you don't trust is that you don't feel supported. The reason why you don't feel supported is just like how a heart would feel if it up and decided one day it wanted to be a liver. Or one day up and decided your kidney wanted to be a lung. Do you think it would be comfortable? Do you think your heart would be comfortable in the space of a liver? Come on now, that's a real question. Do you think it will be comfortable? Do you think your heart would feel safe if it up and decided it wanted to be a kidney just for a day? Just for a day? No, it's not going to feel comfortable. Why is it not going to be comfortable? It's not going to feel comfortable for the heart because it wasn't designed to fit there. There's no alignment. And so many of us, damn, this is good. So many of us are so out of alignment with who we authentically are that nothing flows to us easily and effortlessly. Does that make sense? Do you see why? Do you see why you don't feel safe? Because you were built to be a singer. You were built to be an athlete. You were built to be a teacher. You were built to be a healer. You were built to do these things. But when you came here to this planet and you got connected with your parents, your family members, society, just you see a kid. You see a young man that's 15, 13, 14, 15 years old, and he's 6'2". What do you naturally assume that he has to be doing? He's a what? Come on. What is he? He's a basketball player. Oh, I know you got a basketball in his hand. And that he plays sports at some level. Oh, because we naturally make that assumption. And so we place all of these superficial expectations on our children, on ourselves. We take these projections that we read, that we get from social media, that we get from television, and we project them onto ourselves, and we project them onto people. That's it. Basketball, football player, something. But just because he's tall, he might be the greatest healer in the world. But because you put the expectation on him to be something else other than who he is, he's not aligned and built to be an athlete. He's designed and built by the grand architect to be a healer. And so when you are out of alignment, abundance doesn't flow easily and effortlessly. Healing doesn't happen easily and effortlessly, simply because there is no alignment. And you're operating off of willpower, not alignment. You're operating off of willpower and not alignment. You're not connected to source. You're connected to ego. You're connected to something that is superficial. And I'm not just because something is superficial does not mean it's a bad thing. Just remember, if there is such a thing as the devil, If there is such a thing, and I love the way Miles Monroe put it. Miles Monroe was a brilliant, brilliant man. Dr. Miles Monroe. His books are spectacular. You talking about a thought leader of the 20th century. The brother was just amazing. And Miles Monroe, I was there. I actually got a chance to meet him, and he was speaking. And he said, the devil is smart enough to know that you're smart enough, that you're too smart to do a bad thing, but you can do a good thing that's not the right thing. And so while you are doing, many of us, yeah, absolutely, Willis. Many of us are so busy doing a good thing that we're not doing the right thing. Many of us are so busy doing a good thing. You're doing a good thing in the relationship. You're doing a good thing in your family. You're doing a good thing. You're the dutiful daughter. You're the one who everyone can rely on. You're doing a good thing. You're showing up for the community. You're doing a good thing, but you're not doing the right thing. And that's why everything around you it seems so difficult and seems so rough. And it's like you feel alone, you're not supported. Why? Because you're not connected to source. Because source is connected to what? What is source connected to? Source is connected to your divine purpose and intent. What you came here to this planet to do. So that's why you have the gifts and the skill sets and the talents that you have. Those gifts and talents and things that you have are in alignment with the reason why you came here. Because it doesn't make sense to send you down here to do a thing and you're not equipped for the thing. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So when you're on purpose, you're on fire. When you're on purpose, you're in alignment. When you're in alignment, you are connected to source, which constantly regenerates you. It nurtures you. It feeds you. It gives you the provisions that you need to fulfill the vision that you have. It's everything that you need. But because you're outside of that alignment, because that's why when I tell you, watch this, come here. That's why when I tell you that the universe does not give you what you ask for, it doesn't give me what I ask for either. It only gives to us how we see ourselves. And when you see yourself from a perspective of being in alignment with your divine purpose and intent, you want to see overflow come into your life? You want to see a lot of overflow come into your life? You can't stop the overflow. You can't stop the abundance when you're living in your divine purpose and intent. You can't stop it. I can't stop money from flowing to me. I can't. And I'm not going to. I'm just saying. I can't stop abundance from showing up in my life. I can't stop healing from taking place, not only in me, but those around me and those connected to me. I can't stop it. There's no need for me to stop it because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do two simple things: to teach, and to heal. That's what I'm here to do. The question is, what are you here to do? Who are you here to become? Who are you here to impact? How do I get into proper alignment? The question is, that's a great question, Willis. How do I get into proper alignment? Ask yourself, who do I feel most comfortable as? Forget the voices of your parents. Forget the voices of your significant other. Forget the voices of culture, community, society. Forget all of those voices. Forget all of those narratives. And pause for a moment and say, who is it that I really am? I wasn't born to live in a cubicle. I wasn't born to sit behind this desk. I wasn't born to sit here and monitor these computers and to do this stuff. I was born for something different. But you happen to be born into a culture, into a society that had a plan for you. They had their own dream. And because they had their own dream, because they had their own dream, you fit into that dream nice and neat for them. But for you, that dream becomes a nightmare. We're there. We're there. Listen, we're at the top of the hour, y'all. We're at the top of the hour. We're tapping away. We're already at 73,000 likes. We are tapping away. This is absolutely spectacular. This is perfect. Listen, don't go anywhere. We are doing really well. Listen, I want to thank you guys for all of this engagement, for loving on each other and all that kind of stuff. Listen, there are 3 ways to connect and stay connected with us. The first one is to just come here to this live every single day. We're here Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. That's it. Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. And this is about empowering the best version of yourself. Yeah, are you triple tapping with me? Yeah, somebody is triple tapping for sure because we're almost at 100K already at the top of the hour. So listen, thank y'all so much for tapping and clapping. That's it. Thank you so much for loving on each other and following these wonderful people up here. Thank you for doing all of that kind of stuff. I truly appreciate it. So again, just make sure that you can come back here as often as you can. And we're here every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. And we always have a conversation that's designed to be impactful and empowering at some meaningful level. And it's always going to be grounded in some spiritual tradition. Hey, Henson, I see you coming on up in here. Y'all love on Henson. And so you constantly are being fed, when you come in here, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. The second level of engagement, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. If this is your, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's good, Willis. Yeah, you would definitely talk. Listen, many of our parents were in ministry. I know listen, they all the elders, they swore I was going to be a pastor. They saw it. They say, "Oh, you going to be a pastor." I was like, "No, I ain't." But they looked at me and they looked at you through the vernacular of the lenses that they were given. And so if they're in a particular spiritual tradition, they saw it. And so that's a beautiful question to ask yourself. And so again, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. And so I want to invite you to become a part of the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. That's right. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. And so when you connect with us here, and there are 2 ways, there are a couple of ways to become a part of the Oasis. The first thing that you could do is you see this little picture, this good looking guy right here. Click on that picture right there. And as you click on that picture, you become a super fan, and TikTok will automatically put you in the Oasis. And if you have, if you say, well, listen, AD, I'm having some financial difficulties, I'm having some technical difficulties, and I'm having trouble getting into the Oasis, then all you have to do is either message me, Fine Wine, Mimi, or Janae. One of our moderators, they'll help you to get squared away, get you squared away into the Oasis. And even sometimes once TikTok sends the link, the invitation to the Discord, sometimes it's confusing. So one of us will help you in transitioning into the Oasis. And we want you there because inside of the Oasis, we have our Monday morning meditation every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have guided meditations in there. We have guided pre-recorded hypnosis sessions. We have my first book in there. We have so many. Hey, Juicy, good to see you on in here. We have so many different valuable tools. We have a women's safe space where women they can come and have a wonderful, serious conversation about things that are relevant and relative to their journey. And so there's some wonderful folks that are part of that. Our wonderful Janae is she is not just the moderator, but the curator of really good, powerful conversations over there in the women's safe space. So I invite you to become a part of that. And so then that's it. Then the highest and the highest level of engagement is becoming a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. And those of you who are members of the Oasis Mind Spa, y'all just kind of chime in and say me. That means you've either been a part of working with me one-on-one, or you've been a part of our virtual hypnosis experience. And so if you've ever taken part in working with me one-on-one, or you've done the virtual hypnosis experience, that means you are a part of the Oasis Mind Spa itself. And so I'm going to put this up here. For anybody, if there's anybody that wants to work with me, yes, I'm a clinically certified hypnotherapist. And as that's my job, is to empower and impact the lives of people. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make this notice available. I'm going to pin this notice up here. And this is, you want to work with AD one-on-one. If you want to work with me one-on-one and you're serious, not just I'm just kicking the tires to see what it is. No, 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 no. I only want to work with the absolute best. I want to work with the best, the brightest, those people who are really ready to take their lives to the next level, to discover what that passionate purpose is, to stop wearing the mask, to live life fully. If you are ready, if that's you, I'm going to go ahead and pin this. Go ahead and fill this form out right here in TikTok. If you fill this form out, I'm gonna get the information and I'm gonna reach out to you. All right. And so make sure you do it, but only if you're serious. If you're not serious, do not do it. Do not do it. Thank you so much. Now, pull out your calendars. Everybody pull your calendars out. Pull your calendars out. Thank you so much, Fine Wine. Fine Wine says it's life-changing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. If this is your, pull your calendars out. Pull your calendars out. Because I'm trying to read messages all in that at the same time. Get your calendars out. Here it is on February the 25th. That's February the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am hosting a virtual hypnosis experience. And I want to invite you to become a part of that virtual hypnosis experience. And if you want to be a part of it, it's really, really easy. All you have to do is to do the simple registration and we'll get you there. All right, we'll get you there. And so just follow the directives and we're good to go. The other thing that I want to share with you really, really quickly, and always understand this, that anything that I share with you is to help you to become the best version of yourself. All right. And so, yes, thank you, Janae, for putting that down. Yes, that is February the 25th. It's a Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right. And it's going to be a powerful time. And this month's theme for the virtual hypnosis experience, the theme for the virtual hypnosis experience is, what is the theme for this month? Oh, it's limitless. It is limitless. It is limitless. It is a living a life beyond fear, doubt, and scarcity. That's right. Do you remember the theme? Thank you, Janae. So the theme of this month is limitless. If you want to be limitless, this is what you want to do. Here's another thing that will stop you from being limitless is limiting beliefs. And so can y'all see this down here? I just put down here, if any part of our conversation today has resonated with you at any level, it is, I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code. And if you found any relevance to what we've been talking about today, you'll really, really find a peace and abundance in Cracking the Abundance Code. It's a book that I authored, and this book is designed to help to take you to a space where you are becoming the absolute best version of yourself, where you move beyond the limiting beliefs. Where did this tribe of people come from? Hold on one second. Hold on. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, Willis, because can you screenshot that so I can come back to it, Willis? Somebody, please. Thank you. So with Cracking the Abundance Code, this book is designed to help you to remove the limiting beliefs that are holding you lock and step from not experiencing your wealthy self. And so inside of this book, it is a powerful, powerful tool. And so if you have not gotten your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, go ahead and grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. Can y'all see the banner down here? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see this right down here? Can y'all see the little white banner? If you can see the white banner, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up or yes, I can see it. If you can see that banner, that's wonderful. All right, excellent. Thank you, Britt. And so if you've not gotten your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, hey, Pern, good to see you on. Go ahead and grab your copy right now. When you grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, I'm going to personalize it. I'm going to put your name in it. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to put a little personal note in there, and I'm actually going to put a little gift inside. So go ahead and grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. We're going to send that out to you today. So great. And then last but not least, where my meditation people at? Where you at? I'm going to share this with you, and then we're going to get right back to our talk for today. There we go. If you are a meditation person, meditation saved my life. Let me go ahead and put this out there real quick. I see you, Serene. I see you. I see you. Meditation saved my life. And so we developed these candles. These are not some candles that we ordered offline somewhere and that we turn around and resell them to you. No, we actually make these in house. These are meditation and intention candles. These are meditation manifestation candles. These candles are designed to, yeah, thank you, fine wine. These candles are designed to be based upon their intent. So each one of these candles are they are a I'm having a brain lapse. They are 100% natural soy. There we go. Where they're 100% natural soy based. They have a cotton wick, and each one of them is infused with essential oils. And the essential oils that they're infused with are in alignment with this intention. So the intention for this particular candle is abundance. And so when you're looking to attract a wealth and abundance and prosperity into your life, you want to light this candle. This is one of my favorite candles. I light this one quite often because energetically, we just got through talking about from an energetic standpoint, we live in a universe that its language is frequency. So when you ask for things and you put things out there, it is the signal, it is the vibrational frequency that causes you to attract the thing into your space. So with this candle set, the abundance candle, it has bergamot and lemongrass. The bergamot and lemongrass and the lodestone oil, which is a magnet, that energy is designed to attract that into your space. So this one, and it smells absolutely amazing. Oh, it smells good. So definitely you want to have the abundance. The second one is one of my favorites. It smells absolutely delicious. It is the heal candle. This is designed for healing. And so the heal candle, thank you, Rick Rob. The heal candle has essential rose oil. If you know anything about aromatherapy, essential rose oil is key. It's one of the highest vibrational frequencies of a healing substance. So this will actually help to heal the physical body, your emotional body, all of those things energetically to help you on your journey to wellness. So the heal candle is absolutely wonderful. You definitely want to grab this triple bliss set because this is the second candle in the triple bliss set. So you have the abundance candle, the heal candle, and the rose. Yeah, I'm a dude, but the rose smells absolutely amazing. And last but not least, and then we're gonna get back with our conversation, is the happy candle. The happy, you can't attract wealth and abundance without being happy. You can't be miserable and think you're gonna attract abundance. That doesn't happen. And so one of the things to help to boost your mood is lemongrass. Lemon verbena. This lemon verbena is absolutely amazing. I love lemon verbena. It is going to help set the mood energetically during your meditation time. It's going to help you manifest and attract into your space these things. So happiness, healing, and abundance. So that's what you want. Go ahead and grab your triple bliss set and we'll ship that out to you today. And so that is a great thing. Listen, we gonna listen. Thank you, Monique, for grabbing your set, your triple bliss set. Thank you. And we're gonna ship that out to you today. Monique, I think this is your second set. Didn't you already order a set? Monique, I think you already did. I think Monique already did. So, and this is not. And Purring says I want that set. Yeah, you got to get the set. It's a powerful thing to add to your daily practice for what you're doing to become the better version of yourself. So excellent. So go ahead and grab that. We're going to ship that out to you today. And let's go ahead and kick this back off. Can we start back today? Can we do this? All right, here we go. If y'all are ready for you burned through them. I love it. Monique said, I've used all mine. I love it. All right, so make sure, listen, we gonna go ahead and take this to the next level. All right, let me go ahead and unpin these bad boys and remove them from the live because as we remove them, they like for us to sit up and talk about it all day long. We're not gonna do that all day long. So we're gonna do that. Listen, y'all, I want to read some of the comments that you guys have put in here. And let me see. This is good. Uh, you know what? You know what, Willis? That's an interesting conversation. It really is an interesting conversation. And I like how, Willis says that in some ways that the Bible does not seem to align with science. In actuality, I find it to be very quite different because there aren't too many things that I can talk about. Like when I start talking about metaphysics, universal law, I can there's scriptures that I can pull immediately that talk about manifestation and all those things. So that's really really interesting. Um, Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Rick, you can follow Janae over there on YouTube. And so, all right, good. We rocking and rolling. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. If y'all are ready for part five, put five in the chat. Let's go. If y'all are ready for part five, put five in the chat. Oh, timelines. You see, you ready to go? You ready to see Willis? You ready to do the deep dive? That ought to be a good. That's a good conversation that we can have in the Oasis. So we can have, see, I want to have those type deep, deep, deep off script kind of conversations in the Oasis. So Willis, you need to make sure that you get with Janae so that we can get you in the Oasis. All right, here we go. Part five, the hidden ego of being the strong one. The hidden ego of being the strong one. Oh, you would love that conversation. Look, Fine Wine is ready to chime in. So yeah, we might have that conversation. Yeah, we need to line that up. So Fine Wine and Janae, let's line up something like that. Yeah, let's line up something like that so we can have that deep off script conversation. I like that. All right, let's do that, and we might do that. Well, let's think about let's talk about it. All right, mods. Let's go ahead and talk about it, and we make that thing happen. Oh, I like that metaphysical stuff. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we're gonna go deep, 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 deep. Here we go. Part five: the hidden ego of being the strong one. There is an unspoken identity reward in being a dependable one. There's an unspoken identity reward in being the dependable one. It makes you feel good because you do what you say you're going to do, and you should. Because there's so many people that say one thing and do another. And so our ego revels in the fact that we are the one that does what we say we're going to do. Strength can quietly become a form of control. Strength can quietly become a form of control, superiority, or emotional self-projection. The ego is a monster. Oh, the ego can be a monster. The ego can be a monster. And so the ego does not only show up as arrogance sometimes. The ego doesn't show up as arrogance sometimes. It also shows up as over responsibility. It doesn't just show up as arrogance, as over responsibility, always on the scene, always fixing problems, always there, showing up, showing out, showing up, showing out, doing this, doing that, always doing something. Man, good to see you. Good to see you in here, Caesar. Where you been, man? Good to see you in here. So glad to have you in here today. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us that attachment to roles. And listen. I wish not Amy. Gosh, I wish Annie was in here. And this is like right up Annie's. Right up Annie's. She loves this right here. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us that attachment to roles creates suffering, even noble ones. See, watch this. Watch this. Note the key word. Attachment to roles. That doesn't say you don't have to play a role. That doesn't mean you don't embody a thing. Doesn't mean you don't embody a personhood. It doesn't mean you don't embody a passionate purpose. It means you're not attached to it, because attachment, as they would say in the Jedi Order, attachment brings suffering. If you are sitting there, you are a student of Yoda. Come on, my Gen Xers. If you are a student of Yoda or Mace Windu, attachment to these roles brings suffering. And that is a path to the dark side. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just let my sci-fi nerdiness come out. I'm sorry. Yes, I am a Star Wars person. I'm so sorry. But hey, I'm just saying I took it, I saw it. It is right there. Gen X in the building. Come on. High five to Star Wars and all of that beautiful stuff. Yeah, yeah. We are a great generation. So attachment to it. Attachment is the problem. The force, Fern says, the force is strong with this one. It's all my fault. That's fine. The force is strong. It is not Thursday. We just in here cutting up. Come on now. The force is strong with this one. Yes. Oh gosh. Oh God. So again, attachment to these roles, attachment is the key word, attachment. You can play these roles, you can embody these roles, these personhoods, you can live out these passionate purposes and all these things without without the attachment to it. Releasing the role does not diminish the value. Come on here, watch it now, watch it now. This does not diminish the role because you're not attached to it. Releasing the role does not diminish its value. It restores balance. It just restores balance. That's all it does. It restores balance. Balance in the force. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do a whole talk. And anybody want me to do a whole talk in the vernacular of Star Wars? I know this is so nerdy. It's so nerdy. But I love it though. As you know, and balancing the difference between what the force does. You have the light, you have the dark, you have all of those things. But releasing the roles does not diminish the value. It restores balance. Sunshine says no. Janae says I never saw the movie. What? How you the moderator? All right, you have an assignment. Listen, you have an assignment. Go and watch all of the Star Wars movies. Every last one of them. Talking about she didn't watch them. You didn't watch that movie. Amy talking about me neither. Wait, you know what? I don't even want to talk to y'all. I'm so disappointed in my moderators right now. I'm just so disappointed in y'all. I'm not feeling y'all. Come on, Rick. Listen, Rick Rob, listen, we're gonna have to let you go, Janae. I was never interested. Listen, this is a sacrilege among sacrileges. And so we gonna release her in the role of moderator because she has not watched Star Wars. This is a tragedy among tragedies. Anyway, releasing the role does not diminish your value. It restores balance. You're not abandoning strength, you're refining it. If y'all are ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Let's go. Oh God, I love it. Your brother got a real stormtrooper suit. Oh, come on now. Oh, you was in the aliens. Okay, that's fine. I love y'all. Hey, Henson, good to see you on here. How you doing? Perrin, I'm so glad to have you up in here. It's been a minute. As the old folks say, it's been a month of Sundays since we saw you. So glad to have you up in here. Y'all love on Perrin and Henson. Y'all do that. What? Come on, Caesar. You haven't watched them either. Oh man, what is going? You know what? In fact, I'm gonna have a Star Wars marathon. I promise you, I'm gonna have a Star Wars marathon just because y'all just tripping. Here we go, part 6. Vulnerability is not weakness. We gonna have a watch party. Yes, come on now, Licia. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just so disappointed in y'all. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is strength without the armor. Write that down. Write that down. If you ain't write anything today, if you didn't write anything else today, write that down. Vulnerability is not weakness. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is strength without the need of armor. What does a stormtrooper suit do? Oh God, just take me now. Just take me now. Janae, don't say nothing else. Just say nothing else. Just I can't. I just can't. I just can't with this child today. Go to the back of the room. Let's just vulnerability is not weakness. It is strength without the need of armor. Say that. Say that. Keep that. Write that down. Write that down. Write that. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It is strength without the need for armor. Get going on. She's on the way to the back now. Going on back there in the back. You need to be in the back. Listen, Rick and Sunshine. Sunshine, you gonna listen. Sunshine, you gonna be the moderator for the next 10 minutes. How about that? Because she don't know nothing about Star Wars. Oh God. Vulnerability allows energy to circulate instead of stagnate. See, this is powerful right here. Watch this. Amy says she in the back with you, Danae. Thank you, Marie. This is powerful because I really want everybody to get this because I really spent some good time on this section. Vulnerability allows energy to circulate instead of stagnate because you're open. Vulnerability says the only time you can be vulnerable is when you feel safe. Oh my goodness, look at who blew in. Is this Mimi? God bless you, Mimi. Thank you so very much for being up in here. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Y'all love on our moderator, Mimi. It is her birthday. It is her birthday. I'm go ahead and put it out there. It is Mimi's birthday tomorrow. Make sure y'all love on our Mimi. Love on our Mimi. It is our Mimi's birthday tomorrow. Hey, Mimi. Thank you for grabbing your daily heart as you come up in here. Yes. Oh, you had to get your hair done. Oh, excuse us. I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. Vulnerability allows energy to circulate instead of stagnate. Because what does vulnerability do? Vulnerability, in order for you to be vulnerable, you have to feel what first? Come on now. In order, they're giving you happy birthday shout outs from YouTube too. Safe. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you, Janae. You feel safe. Thank you, Britt. Safe. Safe. In order for you to be vulnerable, you have to feel safe. So the moment you choose to be vulnerable, what state do you put your nervous system in? One that is safe. You feel safe. So when you're safe, you can allow yourself what? You can allow yourself to be vulnerable. When you allow safety mode, I like that, Britt. When you allow, you trust. When you trust, you allow. When you allow, you're open. When you're open, you can receive. So therefore, vulnerability is not weakness. It is actually strength without the armor because you don't need the protection. Because vulnerability allows energy to circulate instead of stagnate. The nervous system calms when it no longer has to guard emotional truths. I just want to knock this phone over. Watch this now. Watch this. The nervous system calms when it no longer has to guard emotional truths. When you put down the mask of saying, I'm okay, when you're not. When you let people know how you feel. Yes, you're frustrated. Yes, you're angry. We can talk through this and get through it together. Because if we're going to have an argument, we're going to have an argument so that we can work together. We're going to have an argument. We're going to argue about how we work this out and how we stay together in this. We don't have the argument because, because I'm trying to share my truth and you don't want to hear my truth. And see, that's the problem with many of us. We don't want to have those heavy conversations because a lot of times we don't feel heard. We don't feel heard. So it's imperative that irrespective of the other person, you have to tell your truth. That's right, Janae. You're either growing together or you're growing apart. You have, do you see how vital it is for you to tell your truth now? Do you see from an epigenetic standpoint why it is absolutely vital for you to release that energy? Do you see where you have to tell your truth? If you don't tell your truth, your throat chakra is going to shut down. You wind up getting strep throat like Monique was sharing. You wind up feeling all kinds of stress, anxiety, cardiovascular events, inflammation in your body, all kinds of things that show up because you didn't want to tell your truth. Your nervous system doesn't feel safe. Listen, you have to choose to be bold and audacious and vulnerable. Thank you, Monique. You can tell. Thank you, Licia. You definitely, definitely, definitely can heal yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically by being vulnerable. You can say there's a way that you can do it. You don't have to yell and fuss. You can say, baby, this is, baby, I'm having a moment here. Mom, I'm having a tough season. Sis, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I'm gonna try to explain it to you the best I can. That conversation that we had yesterday, it was a little heavy. And at first I wasn't gonna say anything, but I've learned that in order for me to feel safe in our connection, in our relationship, I have to be open and honest with you. And in order to be open and honest with you, I have to be vulnerable. Can I be vulnerable? You see the pattern interrupt right there? Do y'all see that? You see how I did that? It's also called neuro-linguistic programming. Can I ask the person, say, baby, can I be vulnerable with you for a moment? Sis, can I be vulnerable? Bruh, can I have a moment and be vulnerable in front of you? My feelings were hurt yesterday when this happened. When you said this, or when you did that, or when you didn't include me in this, or when you assume, I used to, and say, hey, listen, I know y'all see me as Superman. I know y'all see me as Superwoman. And I get it. I'm part to blame. I'm part to blame for it. But I need to be vulnerable for a moment. Can you be mad at somebody? Listen, how difficult is it for you to be upset with somebody that came to you and said, "Can I be vulnerable with you?" Can you really, really be, unless you just jacked up, can you really, really, really be angry with somebody that says, "Baby, can I be vulnerable with you?" No. That would break down. That would break down the toughest and the meanest of them if they care. Now, here it is. If they care anything about you, if they love you at any level, if they love you at any level, and you say, can I be vulnerable with you for a moment? Now, if they don't love you, then they can be mean and all that. You can't be mad. It's hard to be mad at that. And if somebody can be mad at you for asking permission to be vulnerable with them, they not your people. That is immediate qualifications for disbarment. that is immediate qualifications for, guess what? I'm out. Can I be vulnerable with you? And so vulnerability, listen, Serena, they're not, they're not your tribe. They're not your tribe. They're not your people at all. If you can't go to them and say that, and write that down because you're going to need that phrase. Can I be vulnerable with you? because you need, and see, watch what's just by saying that, your nervous system calms down because you don't have to wear a mask and act like everything is okay. You don't have to sit up there and swallow your pride or swallow your words or swallow your pain or swallow the emotion. Write that down, y'all. Baby, sweetheart, sis, dad, can I be vulnerable with you for a moment? That happened to me, and I had two reactions. One, shock, and two, acknowledgement. But the conversation was great. Beautiful. Thank you, sunshine. Some family members are not your tribe. You're absolutely right. And I was about to say, you must not know me. Because trust me, all family, all family is it's not your tribe. Trust me when I tell you, all family is not your tribe. Come on, let's keep going. In Ifa, in Ifa wisdom, Ashe flows from powerful, it flows most powerfully through openness and alignment, not resistance. Vulnerability does not mean emotional dumping, it means emotional honesty. Not using your emotions as a weapon. Not using your hurt as a weapon, because we understand that hurt people hurt people. And so don't weaponize your emotions. Anybody ever seen somebody weaponize their emotions? You ever been in a conversation with somebody and they weaponize their emotions? They use their emotions as a weapon against you. Thank you, Monique. That's true. The body knows before the conscious thought. Your body knows from an energetic perspective. You can read the room. Vulnerability does not mean emotional dumping. It means emotional honesty. Choosing truth over performance. So from here on, we're gonna choose truth over performance, because it's too heavy a price that we pay energetically to bear that mask constantly. Choosing presence over perfection. Choosing presence. Be present, be present, be present. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be vulnerable. This is why authenticity feels magical. Authenticity heals. Authenticity restores. It recalibrates, it renews. Authenticity does everything that it needs to do because it's connected to source. Authenticity and alignment are connected to source, especially when you are operating from a place of divine purpose and intent. Choose presence over performance. Be present for yourself. Show up for yourself. Choose presence over performance. Sitting there lying to the world. Showing up, going to family functions that you didn't want to be at in the first place. Having people in your space and you really don't want them to be in your space. Performance instead of true presence. Truth over performance. Truth over performance. Truth over performance. Having to perform as if everything is okay. Having to perform as if I know you like me, I know you don't like me, but I'm going to perform as if you do. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody ever been forced into a situation where you had to perform in order to be instead of being truthful? Because your truth might not have been ready to be received in that moment. All of us have. It's draining. Absolutely. It's so draining. Serena said my whole childhood at work. That's what Lisa says, at work. Thank you, sunshine. Performing. performing. Here we go. We got a few more minutes and we're gonna wrap this up. When the mask comes off, if y'all are ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. If y'all are ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. We're already at 113,000 likes. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are crushing it today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we didn't, listen, we got any newbies? I know we got some newbies in the room. If you're a newbie, let us know that you're a newbie so we can love on you, please. Thank you so much. If this is your first time up in here, let us know that this is your first time so we can love on you. Many people fear removing the mask because of what might surface underneath. Many people fear removing the mask because of what it may reveal. Your truth. Grief is not a failure of strength. It is proof that the heart is thawing, that the heart is recalibrating itself to a new reality, a new existence. The subconscious releases stored emotions in layers, not all at once. That's why for those of you who have experienced my hypnosis programs are built. They're built in stages. And that's why I don't do like sessions, like a session. No, it's an entire program, and that program is built to address the layers of complexity of the subconscious mind. Calming the mind first, creating a space that's safe. The second thing typically is an emotional and energetic release. It's important. It's important. It's important to do that. Those two things are foundational. Then you can begin to address the traumas and all of the things. And then you can build it up. That's a part of the process. And so, again, the subconscious release stored emotions layer by layer, not all at once. Christianity teaches that truth sets us free, but freedom often begins with discomfort. Emotional release is not regression. Emotional release is not regression. It is integration. Tears are not weakness. They are pressure valves where you're releasing it, where you're releasing energetically that which you've been holding inside. Anger is not danger. Anger is not danger. It's just information. It's feedback. If y'all are ready for part 8, put 8 in the chat. Put 8 in the chat. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank y'all. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Henson. Thank you, Licia. Authentic strength feels softer. Y'all, there's a thing going on in the community where y'all want to live your soft life. There's a thing out here. There's a social thing. It's a thing. We want to we're going to live in their soft era. A lot of ladies say, I want to live in my soft girl era. Anybody know what I'm talking about with the soft girl era? Anybody trying to be in a soft girl era? Trying to live in that soft girl era. When the nervous system relaxes, the body may initially feel unfamiliar. There you go, Britt. There you go, Licia. Many mistake peace for laziness because chaos was normalized. Chaos was normalized. Stress. I can't tell you how many people live in a constant state of stress, but when you ask them how they're doing, they say, oh, I'm fine, everything is good. They're in a constant state of stress. They've actually normalized stress. Find where I say, I'm laying down right now. You got to love it. Stillness, too, can feel unsafe to the subconscious trained to be vigilant. If you are trained in vigilance, that you always got to be looking over your shoulders, that you get out of the car, you got to be making sure that everything is all right. Hypervigilance. Many of us that are victims of trauma, As children, we wind up taking that childhood trauma and it makes us hyper vigilant when it comes to our own children. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Hypervigilance. But stillness can often feel that way simply because you are trained and raised in being hypervigilant. Stillness doesn't feel safe because your body is accustomed to being vigilant all of the time. This is where true power lives. This is where true power lives. If y'all are ready for part 9, put 9 in the chat. We just rushing. We're not rushing through it. I'm just nailing this down because we've talked about so many of these variables, and I want to make sure that we get everything done today. If y'all are ready for part 9, put 9 in the chat. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Licia. Thank you, Sunshine. Always putting our fires before they start. Putting out fires before they start. Absolutely. How did I just write about this yesterday? It's called synchronicity. It's called synchronicity. Living strength changes relationships. Thank you, Amy. Living strength, true strength, changes relationships. When the masks fall off, some relationships shift because they were built on roles. In fact, that was a nice way of me putting it. Let me say it another way. When the masks fall off, some relationships shift because they were built on lies. The mask is a beautiful representation of a lie. That's all the mask is. The mask is a beautiful, beautiful, lavish, complex reflection of a lie. Constantly lying that everything is okay, lying that you're happy, lying that you feel good about this situation, lying. But when the mask falls off, some relationships shift because they were built on lies in the first place. People accustomed to your performance may resist your authenticity. Some people are not going to accept your authenticity because your authenticity may hold them to a new place of accountability. It may reveal and share with them that you have a new set of standards and boundaries that are systemic of you sharing what no longer serves you, what no longer fits within you, what you're no longer going to accept. And see, that's what happens with family, and that's what happens with friends. That's what happens with our tribe when we sit there and we demand something fresh and something new of ourselves. And so that when that mask falls off and authenticity stands up, some people are not comfortable with the authentic you because the authentic you is unsafe to them. It's unsafe to them because it's unfamiliar. Because the subconscious mind loves that which is familiar, that which familiar is deemed safe. That which is new is unfamiliar. The subconscious deems unfamiliar things as dangerous. So the moment you start showing up as new, they see you as dangerous. They see this behavior as, this is dangerous. I don't feel good. I don't feel comfortable. So you can understand from your perspective and their perspective why the new you is troubling. People accustomed to your performance may resist your authenticity. That's where cognitive dissonance comes in. That's right, fine wine. That is where cognitive dissonance comes in. They can't accept it. There are people, anything that is juxtaposed to their ideal picture that they have in their mind. Like there's some people who literally believe that, and this is a touchy combination. This is a touchy subject. It is cognitive dissonance that doesn't allow people that support racists as seeing themselves as racist. Cognitive dissonance. Their nervous system, their mental construct cannot accept anybody else's truths that are juxtaposed to their own. You may lose some in absolutely, Jabs. You are going to lose some people, but that's okay. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Janae. Janae says you're allowed to outgrow the version of you that kept them safe. You're allowed to grow past that. Thank you for that. Ooh, pin that, Janae. That's good. I like that. Pin that. You are allowed to outgrow the version of you that kept them safe. This is not betrayal, it's evolution. It's not betrayal. It's you loving yourself more. It's you committing to you. It's not a loss. It's recalibration. It's you beginning to find yourself and beginning to love yourself more. And so as you begin to love yourself more, you create a new identity for yourself. And as you bend and you love this version of yourself more and more and more and more, it becomes the new identity, and that new identity creates new standards and new boundaries. And the people either get down with it or they move on. The law of resonance assures that aligned connections replace misaligned ones. This is big right here. I'm going to say that again. Watch this. Come on, y'all. The law of resonance ensures that aligned connections replace misaligned ones. Wayne Dyer used to say it like this: when they zig, you'll zag. You don't have to throw anybody away. You don't have to have some big announcement that you're no longer important or relevant in my life. You don't have to do any of that. When you zig, they will naturally zag. This is truly the embodiment of timeline jumping, quantum leaping, because those people were a part of the old version, the old timeline. But when you begin to identify with something new, something fresh, something brighter, something bigger, something new, something expansive, you just literally shifted timelines. You just silently move on. That's right, Kim. You silently move on. They naturally fall away. You don't have to have big arguments, big conversations. You just continue to do what you do. You continue to show up and you honor yourself. And as you honor yourself, those things will show up. So what happens again? The law of resonance ensures that aligned connections replace misaligned ones. Fewer draining conversations, more mutual support, less explaining, more understanding. Expansion, 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 growth. That's right, Rick Rob. It cuts itself out. Strength lived authentically invites reciprocity instead of obligation. People making decisions. Are you not tired of doing things because you feel obligated to do it? You feel obligated. No, man, we're done with that. We're done with that. That season is over. That's done. We're done with that. The new definition of strength. The new definition of strength. Strength is not endurance without rest. Come on now. Strength is not endurance without rest. Strength is discernment. Strength is self-honoring. Strength is self-honoring. Strength is self-honoring. Strength is emotional literacy, emotional intelligence, increasing your EQ, your emotional intelligence. Strength is the courage to be seen without armor, having a moment of vulnerability, and it's okay. When the subconscious accepts this definition, the body, the mind, the spirit, it synchronizes. There's coherence. There's heart-brain coherence. There's alignment with your passionate purpose. There's coherence. This is power. This is freedom. This is where you are. And so that's why I wanted to have this conversation today. Did this conversation help anybody today? Did this conversation, if this conversation helped you today, put me in the chat. If it helped you, put me in the chat. Who did it help? Did it help you? If it helped you today, put me in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And don't forget, you can watch if you missed any part of yesterday or today, make sure that you remember, as you're part of the Oasis, you can watch the replays of the Oasis. You can watch the replays in the Oasis, because we're broadcasting both live here on TikTok and on YouTube. So you can definitely watch them again. So listen, thank y'all so much. So listen, we getting ready to kick off the after party. Thank you. Listen, thank you, Rick Rob. Man, I truly appreciate you. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. I truly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being up in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate y'all. This is, and Janae, listen, thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are wonderful. Thank you, Mother Love. I'm so glad that you were able to come up in here with us today. I really am. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sunshine. So listen, we're going to go ahead and release our YouTube family, because we getting ready to kick off our after party over here on TikTok. Y'all already know how we get down, because we're already at 130,000 likes. There it is. Thanks, man. I truly appreciate y'all. And listen, make sure that you're back here tomorrow, because we're here Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2 every single day, empowering the lives of folks so they can do better and they can be better. All right. So excellent. Thank y'all so much. And we're gonna release our YouTube family, because we get ready to cut up over here on TikTok. You're more than welcome to join us over here on TikTok, because y'all like to give people copyright infringements over here. Nevertheless, much love. Thank y'all so much, my YouTube family. We will see you all tomorrow. All right.